Have you ever noticed how some women look radiant and confident, while others live in constant dissatisfaction with the mirror? The truth is that women who truly love themselves have a completely different relationship with their appearance. They don't fall into the traps that trap so many others in cycles of self-demand and dissatisfaction. In this video, I'm going to reveal the 7 things a woman who loves herself never does to her appearance. And pay attention, I'm not talking about abandoning personal care or stopping getting ready. Quite the opposite. I'm talking about a much smarter and healthier way of relating to your image. If you keep watching until the end, you'll discover exactly what behaviors are sabotaging your self-esteem without you even realizing it. Most importantly, you'll learn how to transform your relationship with the mirror and develop confidence that comes from the inside out. Because here's the thing, if you don't understand these 7 points, you could spend years trying to feel good about yourself and never achieve that inner peace you're looking for. But there's a secret I'm going to share in tip number 5 that can completely change the way you see yourself. So stick with me until then. Attitude 1. Never compare yourself to other women. The first thing a woman who loves herself never does is compare herself to other women. Do you know why this is so destructive? Because when you look at someone else and think, she's prettier than me, or I wish I had her hair, you're sending a very clear message to your brain. You're not good enough the way you are. This constant comparison creates a vicious cycle. You see a younger woman and think she should have fewer wrinkles. You see a thinner woman and think she should lose weight. You see a woman in more expensive clothes and feel inadequate. It's like you're always losing in a competition that shouldn't even exist. A woman who loves herself understands a fundamental truth. Each person is unique and has their own journey. Instead of looking at others, she focuses on being the best version of herself. When she sees a beautiful woman, instead of feeling jealous, she thinks, "How beautiful," and moves on with her life because she knows that beauty is not a scarce resource. Just because someone is beautiful does not make you any less beautiful. In practice, this means stopping looking at photos on social media and feeling bad about yourself. It means understanding that that perfect photo went through filters, good lighting, and multiple clicks to get it just right. It means celebrating your own achievements without putting down others. The direct benefit of this is liberating. You can finally appreciate your own beauty. When you stop comparing yourself, you can see your unique qualities, your bright eyes, your warm smile, your special way of being, and that is a piece that no one can take away from you. Attitude 2. Never hide who you really are. The second destructive attitude that a woman who loves herself avoids is hiding her true essence behind her appearance. Many women fall into the trap of creating a false version of themselves, thinking that they need to be someone else to be accepted. This happens when you completely change your style to please someone, when you wear uncomfortable clothes just because they're fashionable, or when you hide parts of your body that you consider imperfect. It's like you're wearing a costume all the time, and it's exhausting. A woman who loves herself understands that authenticity is much more attractive than perfection. She is not afraid to show her expression lines when she laughs. She does not hide her gray hair if she likes it that way. And she does not force a style that does not suit her personality. She knows that trying to be someone else is a losing battle from the start. Let me give you a practical example. Imagine a woman who has always worn straight hair because she thought it was more presentable, but dreams of embracing her natural curls. A woman who loves herself makes this transition with confidence because she understands that her natural beauty is more powerful than any imposed standard. When you stop hiding, something magical happens. The right people will come to you. The ones who really matter will love you exactly as you are, and you will feel lighter, more authentic, more at peace with yourself. It's like taking off a heavy mask that you've been carrying without realizing it. Attitude 3. Never seek constant external validation. The third thing a woman who loves herself never does is depend on other people's opinions to make her feel beautiful. This is a dangerous trap that many women fall into without realizing it. They need constant compliments, likes on their photos, and approval to feel good about themselves. The problem is that when you rely on external validation, your self-esteem is in the hands of others. On a day when no one compliments your new haircut, you start thinking it looks awful. If a photo doesn't get many likes, you start questioning your beauty. It's like living on an emotional roller coaster that you never have control over. A woman who loves herself has developed a solid internal validation. She knows when she looks beautiful, when an outfit looks good on her, when her hair is the way she likes it. Of course, she appreciates a sincere compliment, but she doesn't need it to feel good. The approval that matters most is her own. In practice, this means looking in the mirror and being able to say, "I look nice today," without needing anyone else to confirm it. It means choosing an outfit because you feel good in it, not because others will approve. It means posting a photo because you like it, not to get likes. When you develop this emotional independence, an incredible thing happens. You become much more confident and attractive. People feel this security that comes from within, and it is irresistible. You stop living in the anxiety of pleasing everyone and finally manage to please the most important person, yourself. Before I continue, I need to ask you something very important. If this content is making sense to you, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss the next videos. And tell me here in the comments, where are you watching from? I read all the comments and I'm very happy to know that we reached you. Attitude 4. Never sabotage yourself with destructive self-criticism. The fourth harmful attitude that a woman who loves herself completely avoids is destructive self-criticism. You know that voice in your head that keeps pointing out all your flaws? That says you're too old, too fat, too wrinkled, and your hair is dull. That voice is one of the biggest enemies of your self-esteem. The difference is that many women believe that this harsh self-criticism will motivate them to improve. They think that by being hard on themselves, they will be able to lose weight, exercise more, and take better care of their skin. But the result is exactly the opposite. This constant criticism generates anxiety, low self-esteem, and even self-destructive behavior. A woman who loves herself talks to herself like she would talk to her best friend. She looks in the mirror and instead of focusing on what she doesn't like, recognizes what is beautiful. If she wants to make a change, she says with affection, "I'm going to take better care of my hair," instead of, "My hair looks horrible." Let me give you a very practical example. When she realizes she has gained a few pounds, instead of calling herself fat and punishing herself, she thinks, "I'm going to go back to walking because I feel better when I exercise." It's the same action, but with a completely different energy, much more loving and effective. This change in self-talk has impressive benefits. First, you stop living in conflict with yourself. Second, when you treat yourself with affection, you naturally want to take better care of yourself. It's like watering a plant. With love, it blooms. With criticism, it withers. You deserve the same affection you give to the people you love. Attitude 5. Never sacrifice your health for appearance. Here's the secret I promise to share. A woman who truly loves herself will never risk her health for the sake of her appearance. This may seem obvious, but you'd be surprised at how many women do the exact opposite every day. They go on radical diets that leave them without energy, take dangerous weight loss medications, spend hours in the sun without protection to get a tan, or use harsh chemicals on their skin and hair. All of this because they believe that any sacrifice is worth it to look beautiful. A woman who loves herself understands a fundamental truth. True beauty comes from health. When you are healthy, your skin glows naturally, your hair looks better, you have more energy and energy. She prioritizes sleeping well, drinking water, eating nutritious foods, and exercising with pleasure, not as a punishment. A clear example of this is her relationship with food. Instead of following crazy diets that promise quick results, she chooses to eat a balanced diet because she wants to nourish her body. She eats something sweet when she feels like it, but she also includes fruits and vegetables because she knows they are good for her. The result of this approach is surprising. She becomes truly more beautiful, but most importantly, She feels much better. She has more energy, sleeps better, and has less anxiety. It is a beauty that comes from the inside out, sustainable and long-lasting, because when you take care of your health with love, your appearance improves as a natural consequence. Attitude 6. Never spend beyond your means on appearance. The sixth attitude that a woman who loves herself avoids is compromising her financial stability in the name of beauty. Many women go into debt buying clothes, expensive cosmetics, and aesthetic procedures, all in the hope of feeling better about themselves. The problem is that when you spend more than you can afford, you create financial stress that affects your entire life. You become anxious, worried, and ironically, this damages your real beauty. Stress shows up on your face, your posture, your mood. It's like trying to buy happiness, but ending up buying problems. A woman who loves herself has a healthy relationship with money and appearance. She understands that it is possible to look beautiful without spending much. She invests in quality basic pieces instead of lots of cheap clothes. She takes care of her skin with simple and effective products instead of buying everything that promises miracles. In practice, this means making smart choices. She'd rather have a few skincare products that actually work than a drawer full of expensive creams that she barely uses. She buys one outfit that she loves and will wear a lot instead of several that sit forgotten in the closet. The great advantage of this approach is peace of mind. When you don't have debts related to your appearance, you can invest in other areas of your life that also contribute to your well-being. You can travel, study, have experiences. And this richness of life is reflected in your beauty in a way that no expensive cosmetics can provide. Attitude 7. Never deny your age or stage of life. The seventh and final attitude that a woman who loves herself never has is to deny her age or try to look much younger than she is. We live in a society that treats aging as if it were a disease, but this is a big lie that causes a lot of unnecessary suffering. Many women panic when the first signs of aging appear. They spend a fortune trying to look 20 years younger, undergoing exaggerated procedures, and wearing clothes that are inappropriate for their stage of life. The result? They end up looking artificial and losing the natural elegance that maturity brings. A woman who loves herself embraces each stage of her life with pride. She understands that each age has its own beauty. At 40, 50, 60 or more, she has a confidence and wisdom that she did not have at 20. She takes care of herself, yes, but without trying to deny who she is or how many years she has lived. This doesn't mean neglecting yourself or giving in. It means finding the perfect balance between taking care of yourself and accepting the natural changes of time. She can take treatments to feel good, but without obsessing about looking like someone else. She wears clothes that enhance her current body, not the body she had decades ago. The benefit of this acceptance is a deep peace and an authentic beauty that is irresistible. When you stop fighting against time and learn to flow with it, you develop a unique confidence. People notice this confidence and are naturally drawn to it. It is a beauty that does not depend on age, but on the way you relate to yourself. We've reached the end of this video, and I hope these 7 attitudes have opened your eyes to a new way of relating to your appearance. Remember, a woman who loves herself doesn't compare herself to others, doesn't hide who she is, doesn't seek external validation, doesn't sabotage herself with self-criticism, doesn't sacrifice her health, doesn't spend beyond her means, and doesn't deny her age. These changes don't happen overnight, but every little step counts. Start today by choosing one of these attitudes to work on. Maybe it's stopping comparing yourself on social media, or maybe it's talking to yourself more lovingly. True beauty comes from a woman who knows, accepts, and loves herself deeply. When you develop this healthy relationship with yourself, your inner light shines in a way that no product or procedure can create. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 attitudes caught your attention the most? Which one do you feel you need to work on first? Share your thoughts in the comments because your experience may inspire other women who are watching. Together, we are stronger.